What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and here we are. It's been a bit of a long wait, not really in terms of my uploads, which I'll get to in a second, but in terms of when I first started playing Reverie last year. Well, I guess replaying Reverie, since I did play the Japanese release. But it's been a while. It's been about a year now, almost a year since Trails into Reverie came out. And here we are. We're not at the full release yet. This is the demo version for Trails through Daybreak. However, I figured I would start. We'll cover what we can do in the demo portion, because it does carry over to the full game. And then next month, when the full game comes out, we will cover the rest of the game, obviously. Trails through Daybreak, also known as Kuro no Kiseki in Japan, is probably my favorite game in the series. Obviously, this is going to be my first replay of it, since I first played it back in... What would it have been? It would have been like early 2022, I believe I first played it. With the Zero Field translation. So yeah, it's been over 2 years since I first played this game, so it's been a while since I've revisited the first game. Obviously, there's a bit to talk about before we get into things. So like I said, this is the demo. I am playing the PS4 demo. There's no PS5 demo, for those who are wondering. And the reason for that is when the game initially came out, there was no PS5 version of the game. It was just a PS4 version. So they never made a demo for the PS5 version. And obviously, since they just localize what the Japanese games make, there's no PS5 version to make for a demo. But you'll be able to transfer over the PS4 data to the PS5 version, which is the version I will obviously be playing the rest of the game for next month. Now, if you're playing on Nintendo Switch, you are able to play through the prologue of the game, and if you have the PS4 version of the demo, you are able to play all the way through the end of Chapter 1. Now, normally this wouldn't seem like a lot, but this is the Trail series, and we know how long these things are, so I'm going to expect, like, a good, like, 10... Most people, it's probably going to take 6 to 10 hours to do all the content you can do in the demo, so it is going to be a handful of videos we're going to be doing here. One more thing I did want to talk about is I did go back. So, obviously, I think sometime in March, my uploads finally finished. I stopped recording all those playthroughs back in, I want to say, like, August, like, late August of 2023. I finished my Nayuta playthrough around then. It might have been early September. I forget when Nayuta actually came out. So, I was done since, like, last August, but I know those uploads just finished about 2 to 3 months ago. So, obviously, you just would have seen this somewhat recently if you've been following my playthroughs. But I did go back and do the New Game Plus for Nayuta to see the... there's a little side quest. There's these two individuals who are adventurers who you get to kind of meet in the New Game Plus. And there's really only one super important line of dialogue from them, which I'm going to share here. So if you haven't played Nayuta or watched it, spoilers. But it's not spoilers for Trails Through Daybreak, but it is something we should keep in mind moving forward. They mention how there is a continent that mysteriously disappeared in Nayuta's world. And the fan theory going around is that that continent could be the Zemuria that we have here in the mainline games. So that's just something to keep in mind moving forward. And then you're also able to find some ancient Zemurian ore, just like you can in some of these Trails games. So that is something also to keep in mind, that there is a connection there, but we'll see where that kind of leads. Also, one more thing, if you have not read the Gambler Jack books that you first get to see in the Sky games, it's not, like, super important. Like, it's not going to break your experience of Daybreak, but those things will be, especially in the second Daybreak game. Like I said, I'm not going to go into why, but it might be good to know the knowledge from those books, so I would take a look at those if you haven't. But other than that, I think that's pretty much all I want to say. I know, kind of long-winded intro, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Obviously, I have been playing all of the games in Japanese, so we are going to stick to the Japanese audio. I don't think there's anything else I really need to change. Yeah, so it's already set to Japanese, so I think we're good there. So, oh, and also, if you're, like, a newer fan, you don't know everything, there is a lot of, lore here. You can look at the, title screen to see what certain things are, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so, let's go ahead and get started. I'll just go ahead and start. With these games, you can change at any point, so we'll just start with easy. If it's too easy, we'll switch it up to normal, but I think easy is probably a good point for this. Especially since I'm not trying to make this playthrough, like, super long. Like, I want it to be watchable in I don't want to have, like, a whole video where I'm just trying to do, like, one fight. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. This is our intro in terms of this playthrough series. We are going into the Calvard Republic, so obviously those stories we got to read about, you know, the woman that Rian encountered during his journey to Calvard, as well as Elaine Auclair, which they localized her title to be Beauty Blade in this game, and our new main protagonist, who we're going to see here in just a second. So let's go ahead and get started. It's like so surreal that this game is actually coming out in like a month. And we're getting to play the demo right now. Alright, August 26, 1208. So, I believe it was... Well, I'll say here in a second. Midwest Zemuria, the Calvard Republic. Can I pause? Somewhere in the capital city. Okay, I can. All right, so August 1208. I believe... I'm trying to remember. So, I'm actually going to look this up real quick. I want to remember when Reverie exactly ended. Because I believe it was like early 1207, I believe, was like the end of Reverie. But I want to make sure, because I want to see like how much time we've kind of gone forward. Trying to find a recent one. Okay, Timeline of Zemurian History on the wiki. Okay. Okay, so Trails into Reverie takes place in March of 1207. Or February, yeah, so February of 1207, and it goes to, like, April, almost April of 1207. So it's been a year and, like, 3 months since the final events of everything with Ishmael Gareen, and Elysium and all that stuff. So it's been a little over a year since then, and now we're moving into the Calvard Republic. Okay. Somewhere in the capital city of Edith. And obviously, this is their new graphics engine, so you're going to see a huge step up from what we saw in Reverie. It's so weird to see actual subtitles.
おかげで足が棒になっちまった。はあ、明日は筋肉痛だぜ。ご苦労だったな。一応中を見せてもらおうか。ボスたちの指定通りか。その作り、フェイクでもなさそうだ。もう正真正銘の指定のブツだ。合わせて100万ミラ。耳を揃えて払ってもらおうか。それはおかしな話だな。前金10万、成功報酬30万のはずだが。
こういうのは時価でしょう、時価。よっぽど大切なものみたいだし、僕たちの努力にも色つけてちょうだいよ。
あんたらの噂はいろいろ聞いてるぜ。今後も協力できるかもしれねえし、お近づきの印ってことでどうだよ。
なるほどな。
だったらもっといいものをくれてやろうか。
てめえら
やるってのか。
Oh, damn.
上等だこれ。
Yeah, and you can even tell by these cinematics, they are way more advanced than what we've had in the past.
半グレ風情が。
たかりは相手を見てするがいい。
な、ポリか。
まさか巡回かよ。
お前たち鍵つけられたな。
まあいい、とっとと。
The case is gone.
いつの間に。
どこに消えやがった。お前たち何をしている。
仕方ない、一旦離脱する。
くそ、俺らもつらかるぞ。
なんだってんだよ。不審集団を発見。
通報の半グレどもだ。捕まえろ。
You can see the Calvin Republic symbol on their helmets.
ボンクラの首都警察にしちゃ上出来だぜ。映画探してるっつうブツ、ミラの匂いがプンプンしやがるぜ。
By the way, that A is capitalized, so A is a name, not just like the letter.
いや、あっちのやさで調べてみるが。
This little guy could camouflage, and well, not little guy, but this guy camouflage, grabbed the case, and skedaddled. Pretty dangerous thing to do with all these gangsters and mobster-looking people.
ありがとうございました。またどうぞ。
Oh, I get to press things now.
おい、もう閉店だぞ。
へい、わかってるっての。
This right here is our new main character for the next, I guess it's not really a spoiler to say, the next 3 games.
夢坊、眠たいんなら2階のベッドにな。
おやすみ。ママ、おじいちゃん、上行くね。
おやすみな、夢。
おやすみなさい。ちゃんと歯を磨くのよ。はい、これはサービス。
お、サンクス。さすが麗しのマドンナだぜ。
どういたしまして。
こら、来やすいぞ不良だな子。お前もあんまり甘やかすぞ。
妙に匂いやがるな。
That's a good screenshot. So we haven't gotten our formal introduction yet. They're just kind of teasing it for a bit. I think they kind of did that with Reen too, right? He just kind of walked off the train. We didn't get his name right away either.
このやり方もダメか。やっぱり正規の検索方法だと限界があるみたい。はあ、こうなったら先輩のアドバイスに従うしか。
We've seen this girl before.
動力ネット法の隙をつくやり方。
Well, not entirely.
後ろめたいけど。
She was referenced in one of the stories we read.
先週末に首都某古物商から強奪。
Oh, I never even noticed that.
可能性もあるため届けて。
So this kind of spoils it too. You see she's logged into like the whole kitty browser. So like obviously this is the girl that Ren stood up for in that story we read at the end of Reverie. I don't remember if they dropped her name back then yet.
間違いなくトラブルだよね。 いるかどうかもわからない人。合言葉は先輩の教えてくれた通り。
Oh wow, did they actually translate the note? I can't even read it from here. That is so... Hold on. I'm actually... I don't know why I'm saying hold on. I'm actually gonna stand up close to my screen, see if I can read that better. Okay, never mind. It's not as readable as I thought it was. 4SPG, 4 Spriggan.
こっちも本当だったみたい。
Arkride Solutions office. I almost said Xbox. The next day, August 27th at 10:05 a.m. There she is again. Capital of Calvert, Edith, 8th District, View Quartier, aka Old Town.
この建物で間違いないみたい。ビストロなのかな。素敵な雰囲気のお店だけど、本当にこの2階が？
あら、お客さんですか？モーニングまだやってますよ。それとも2階の事務所にご用かしら？
はい。その、やっぱりこちらの2階がアークライドさんの。
ええ、モーニングを済ませたばかりだからまだ出かけていないんじゃないかしら。二度寝しちゃってるかもしれないけど、ノックを何度かすれば大丈夫よ。
Well, we'll see if you can find him. I'm still just blown away that I'm actually playing this in English, like, natively.
十分すぎるかな。
Where is he at? There he is. He does not keep this place clean. Look at all the dust in the air.
朝っぱらから客かよ。
There's a first look at his face.
まさかとは思うが、客か？
はい。こちらのアークライド解決事務所にお願いしたいことがあって伺いました。
And this is where our story begins.
ありがとうございます。はじめまして、アニエス・クローデルと申します。
Agnes. Agnes.
現在、
However you would say
オー
it.
ベル地区にある
首都切手、いや共和国切手の名門校、
Aramis
アラミス
Academy.
高等学校。
So the school she goes to with Ren.
その学生寮に住んでいる1年ってところか。
よくご存知ですね。制服でですか？
ま、首都に住んでりゃどうしたってその制服は目立つ。1年ってのはただの勘だ。発育はともかくすれてなさそうだしな。
Alright. Van Arkride.
バンだ。バン・アークライド。
I knew that. know that very well.
どういうつてでここにたどり着いたかは知らんが、4SPG を知ってるってことは、俺の肩書きが何かも知っているはずだな。
Pretty serious stuff.
はい。警察にも遊撃士協会にも相談しにくいことを引き受けてもらえるという。
So once again, you know, we've talked about this before, where every arc they find a way to essentially make whoever the main character is do pseudo bracer type work. So obviously we were actual bracers in the Sky games. In Crossbell, we had the SSS department, which we were basically just bracers, but with the police. And then Cold Steel, we had like the jobs we would undertake. You know, in Cold Steel 1 and 3, we would actually have the jobs from the field studies. And then 3 and 4, when you'd be on top of the ship, you would get requests sent to you by Toa or Olivert. And then now here we are, doing more underground, kind of like less close to legal stuff.
スプリガン、そう呼ばれていると伺っています。
Spriggan. I'm glad they kept that in the name. I'm so glad they didn't come up with like a different name for it.
半分当たりで半分外れだ。相談しにくいことだけじゃねえ。相談できないことを引き受ける時もある。非合法スレスレのグレーな家業。そういう人種ってのは分かってるのか？
分かっているつもりです。
まあいい。まずは話すだけは話してみたらどうだ？引き受ける約束はできないが。
はい。それでは。
おいおい、ザイファかよ。まさか学校の備品とか言わねえよな。
So that's our new, I forget what they were called in Cold Steel, but basically your ornament phone things.
まあ当たらずとも遠からずと言いますか。こちらです。
そいつは年代物の懐中時計。いや、
お願いしたいのは他でもありません。こちらの古いオーブメントの捜索を手伝っていただきたいんです。数十年前の品で、私のひいおじいちゃん、曽祖父の残したものになります。
Should let something slip there.
この画像は？
その、ちょっと大きな声では言えない動力ネットの検索方法で
Illegal.
1週間前に首都のとある古物商から盗難されたばかりだそうです。
P4 プロトコルのホールを利用した特殊な検索アプリを使ったわけか。
He's smart.
だがこいつは悪いことは言わねえ。ギルドか警察にでも相談するんだな。何の動力機かは知らんが、アンティーク価値も結構ありそうだ。盗まれたことも含めて厄介な連中が絡んでいる可能性もある。むしろ個人の遺品ってことならなおさら甘っちょろいギルド向きなんじゃねえか。
それはダメなんです。警察には、まして遊撃士協会にも相談するわけにはいかなくて。
There's something about it she had to come here.
なんだか知らんが。と、チャウケを出し忘れたか。
私も忘れていました。その学生寮近くにある人気のお店のケーキでして、1日20個限定みたいですから、結構美味しいんじゃないかと。
アンダルシアのバンカ限定ケーキ。
I forgot that he does that.
オレドさん黒いチジクを隙間なく敷き詰めて糖蜜でコーティングした特製タルトかよ。
So, if it wasn't obvious enough already, he's a freak for sweets. That's his little thing.
お詳しいんですね。
いいか、一言言っておく。限定ケーキに釣られたわけじゃない。いいね。
I'm not doing it just because I couldn't say no to that tart. Got it? Uh-huh.
はあ。
Oh, right, I forgot. Yeah, some of this will be unvoiced still. You must be a connoisseur of sweets, huh? I thought you would wolf it down right on the spot, but you put it in the fridge with all the care given to a family heirloom. It's Andalusia. What kind of sick freak wouldn't save it for an end-of-the-day treat? Oh, I'm so jealous you live near that place. Must be nice being a student. Even we have a hard time getting the limited time ones, to be honest. So, Mr. Arkride, are you really accepting my job then? I'm not gonna turn it down now, but that tart only got you in the front door. You're still gonna have to pay my usual rate, and that's a hell of a lot more than what the guild charges. That's fine, I have the money. Now, where are we going first? To see an old geezer who knows more about thieving than most. He's as skeezy as you get, but there's no better guy in times like these. Should be in the 6th district right about now. Near the river? Are we taking the subway then? Nah, the bus will get us there at this hour. I know it's not even 11, but I want this job done before the end of the day, so I can toast our success with Miss Good Looking in the fridge. Hehe.
どうかよろしくお願いします。アークライド所長。
ああ、こちらこそだ。それと、バンでいい。クローデル嬢。
あ、はい、バンさん。私もアニエスでお願いします。
Basic controls are pretty basic. And we get our first movements in Trails Through Daybreak. How do you like that? I'm still just like completely blown away that we're actually able to do this. And obviously I'll remember a lot of these NPCs.
仕方ね。明日だな。
これはガレージでしょうか。
This is the garage where Van parks his pickup truck. The shutter is closed. Well, there's your answer. Hello, Sheena. Oh, hi, Van. Yo, wait, what are you doing here? Oh, nothing at all, just looking for Harry. I went to go read my favorite novel, but there was a little comic book there instead. I just want to talk to him about it, I promise. Oh boy, don't terrorize him too much, okay? Yeah, hee. Van seems quite popular with the children here. Interesting. Van, good morning. Huh? Hey, Yums. Good to see you. You look ready to take on the world. You may. Have you brushed your teeth, washed your face, had breakfast? You better, or else you're in big trouble. I have, promise. Jeez, who's the adult between us two? Not you, you're too messy. You don't take care of yourself. Oh? Did you make a new friend? Hello, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. She's adorable. Her family are my neighbors. They run the bistro here. Nice to see you again. Glad you got to talk to Van after all. Oh, I remember you. Yes, thank you for all your help earlier. You two know each other? Not really. She pointed me towards your office when I first came here. It was a big help. Paulette. It was nothing. Van's office isn't exactly easy to find anyway. It was right up the stairs. You're not the first to come looking for directions. I honestly didn't think to look for your office on top of a restaurant as cozy as this one. That caught me by surprise. I wasn't really planning on it, but things shook out like that. Friendly, normal neighbors like these make for a nice front. You could stand to be a better one, you know. I still don't like that murky business of yours being right on top of mine. Good to see you too, Victor. I'm not used to seeing you out during the day. When do you plan on coming? Oh, I see you have a young lady with you today. I better not see you try any funny business with her, understood? Girl that young doesn't need a ruffian like you ruining her life. Come on, give me at least a little credit. I ain't that much of a degenerate. She's just a normal client. Chill. I don't know about, normal, but he's right. I came to him first because I have some business I need his help with. Things must be complicated if you're coming to this idiot for help. Van, if you go dragging this lady into any shady alleys or bad parts of town, I'll have your head on a nice platter before dinner time. Are we clear? You don't eat too many sweets or else you'll get cavities. That's exactly right, my sweet Yume. We can't forget that. I said, are we clear? Answer me, punk. Yeah, I'll be careful. Don't gotta grill me in front of a client. You and your neighbors look close. It's because we've known each other for a while now. Anyway, good luck out there. Stay safe. Let us know if you get hungry. We'll get something for you in no time. How nice. Yep, you can shop here. So you're Agnes. I don't know how I want to go with it. Agnes or Agnes? Agnes. I'll go with Agnes for now. Nice to meet you. Hey, can you come back sometime and play with me? You're fun to talk to. It would be my pleasure. Let's make a date for it. Alright, it's a date, but focus on the job for now. Oh, I heard her back there. Lemon cream pasta, pizza baguette, okay, and roast coffee. Pizza baguette sounds interesting. Like, I'm just trying to picture that. And of course, you can exchange your seppas just like the other games. You two take care now. Do keep Agnes safe, okay? You bet. A scratch on her is a scratch on my rep. Right. I'm ready to go. I'm not going to have us talk to every single NPC that we can, but it is nice to always kind of get a look around. I'll have the usual, please. If you got any new flavors, I'll take some of those. Listen here. I run a tobacco joint, you hear me? Tobacco. All you buy is your damn candies and paper. Buy something else already. Not my fault I don't smoke, ma'am. Now what else do I need? You listen to me when I'm talking to you. Freaking kids these days. Well, are they always like this? By the way, this, might be able to hear it a little bit. This radio she has will sometimes play music from other Trails games. Well, it'll probably be good to get the Tyrell Times. Books. Alright, politics, any kind. So it's like the newspapers we could always get in the other games. So that's right, we know, so President Rocksmith is no longer the one leading Calvard. It's Gramhart, who we saw at the end of Reverie, the one that was talking to Ouroboros. Okay, I'm not gonna read this whole thing, I'm just seeing if there's anything of note in here. Alright, the Z1 Racing. Talk about Orid and Calvard. Yeah. And Quincy Bell, Quincy Company, confectioners, so they make candy. Okay. So I think other than that, I don't think there's really anything else we really need to do around town. Yeah, okay. So I think we'll end the first video off here. So next time we will go ahead and continue on the bus to go to the 6th District so we can continue to help Agnes here with her little quest. We've gotten our introduction to our new protagonist for the Calvard arc, Van Arkride, who runs a kind of underground, you know, kind of help business and is really into sweets. So we'll get to learn more about him and our schoolgirl over here as time goes on. So that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.